This video covers solving a linear equation with several occurrences of the variable. In this case, when the variables are on both sides and we need to distribute. So again, our steps for solving linear equations are as follows. First, we need to simplify the algebraic expression on both sides by first distributing and then combining like terms. We then collect all of our variable terms on one side and all the constant terms on the other. We then isolate our variable. Again, we like our x's lonely. And we check our answer by substituting the solution back into the original equation. I'm not going to do this in this video, but if you are doing a quiz or taking an exam or don't want to do a homework problem over and over again, I can highly recommend that you always check your answer. So our first example is this. If I have negative 2 times y plus 1 equals 3y plus 28, I'm going to go ahead and solve this by first distributing the negative 2. So I get negative 2y minus 2 equals 3y plus 28. Next, I want to see if I can combine like terms on any side of my equation. As you can see, I cannot, because on each side I have one variable term and one constant term. So step 1 is done. Step 2, we're going to collect all our variable terms on one side of the equal sign and all the constants on the other. So I'm going to add 2y to both sides. That means my y cancels out on this side. I have negative 2 is 5y plus 28. So now I've got all my variable terms on one side, but not all my constants. So I'm going to subtract 28 from both sides. Again, what I do to one side, I do to the other. We want to keep them balanced. Those will cancel out. I have negative 30 equals 5y. So step 2, done. Step 3, isolate our variable. We like our x's lonely. Well, in this case, they're y's, but I'm going to do that by dividing by 5. That's the coefficient. That means the term in front of my variable. So that would give me, sorry, I ran out of room, negative 6 equals y as our answer. For example 2, I have negative 7x plus 3 times x plus 3 equals 13 plus x. So let's go ahead and start first by distributing. I see that I can't simplify what's inside these parentheses. Don't forget our PEMDAS stuff, right? So I have negative 7x plus 3x plus 9 is 13 plus x. Next step, I need to combine like terms on the left-hand side because I have two variable terms. Negative 7x plus 3x gives me a negative 4x plus 9 is 13 plus x. And I'm going to go ahead and now collect all my variable terms on one side and my constants on the other. This time I'm going to move my constant to the left-hand side. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides. So these will cancel. I have negative 5x plus 9 is 13. And again, I'm writing down every single step because this is a video for students of all levels and to help you learn. But as long as you're keeping your steps organized and you know what you've done, you don't feel like you have to write down every single step like I do. So I subtract 9 from both sides. Negative 5x equals, this doesn't work out very nicely, does it? I'm going to have a fraction, and that's okay. We know how to work with fractions. So I have 4. So I have negative 5x equals 4. Again, we need to isolate our variable, so I divide both sides by negative 5. So x equals 4 negative fifths. And we can get answers that are fractions, right? They're rational numbers. We're working in the real world. All of the real number line is our proverbial oyster.